Alex here with another review. This time we're taking a look at the Azzunox Start-100 battery charger and jump starter. Now this thing supports 12-volt batteries and 24-volt batteries, lead acid, AGM, gel, and deep cycle batteries. So first we'll take a look at jump starting, and then we'll take a look at repairing and charging a dead battery. And as always, I have placed a link in the description down below to this unit in case you want to look at it further or acquire one for yourself. Now this is a heavy duty battery charger, features all metal construction, so it feels rugged. Now this thing comes in somewhere around 9 pounds of weight, but you can still move it around quite easily. Now this is a plug-in battery charger, so you do need an outlet to use it, but that does have some advantages over the smaller portable rechargeable jump starters, and that is that this thing is ready to go whenever you need it. You plug it in and you can jump start a vehicle, as opposed to having to remember, did I charge my jump starter? Also, because this doesn't have a battery built in on here, it is gonna be fairly safe to leave it inside your garage versus leaving a jump starter with a lithium battery in a hot garage, which is probably not the best environment to store lithium batteries into. And this is how the jump start function works. First, I'm gonna take that red alligator clip and I'm gonna put it over my positive battery terminal. Then I'm gonna take the black alligator clip and I'm gonna place that over my negative battery terminal. Then there's this large switch on the back of the unit. I'm gonna turn that on. First off, notice that there is a voltage indicator. This battery is around 8 volts, so it's quite low. And with this button right here, we can select what we want to do, either charge the battery or engine start. I'm going to go ahead and select engine start. Then I'm going to hit start. Now notice that there is a countdown, and that tells you when you are ready to go and jump start the vehicle. Now we are ready. We got 60 seconds to jump start the car. Also notice that after you jumpstart a vehicle, there is a cool down period required. Basically, the unit wants to wait about 180 seconds in between jump starts, so about 3 minutes. Once the countdown is over, then you can try to jumpstart your vehicle again if you were not successful the first time. Now the Start-100 is also able to repair and restore older batteries or damaged batteries to a better condition. This particular battery that I'm gonna test the charging and repairing capability on is seeing better days. It has sat there for so long now at a low voltage that, as you can see with this battery tester, its condition is pretty bad. So there is a possibility that we might not be able to repair this battery, but we'll give it a shot. Now notice that instead of selecting engine start, I have selected charge. Then I'm gonna leave it at its lowest setting for charging capability. And then on the bottom, I'm also gonna leave it under wet for the battery chemistry, since this is a standard lead acid battery. Then I'm gonna hit start. Now the repair and charging process is fully automatic. The Start-100 basically analyzes the battery and attempts to restore it back to its health. Now, if the battery cannot be restored, if it's too far gone, you will get a fault light indicator. And basically at that point, the battery will need to be replaced. Not all batteries can be salvaged, but it's worth a try. And sure enough, 6 to 7 hours later, the Start-100 was able to repair and charge this battery to a certain level of health, which is actually quite surprising considering its prior condition. Now I did retest the battery with my battery tester just to see a little bit more details, and as you can see, notice that the battery voltage is now a much healthier 12 volts. Also, we got 406 cold cranking amps out of its original 450 cold cranking amps capacity, which again, it's pretty good considering that we originally only got 64 cold cranking amps before the repair process. And SOH, which is state of health, is now 75% versus 12% before the repair. Now keep in mind that most damaged batteries or older batteries cannot be fully restored 100% to brand new condition, but still to see it go from 12% to 75% for state of health is pretty impressive. But let's go back to the charger. I want to show you a couple more things. And we know that the system can show you battery voltage right here. And also with this button, we have a couple different charging options based on amp hours, which is related to the capacity of your battery, basically how large is it. Some very heavy duty larger batteries will have more amp hours. However, most automobile batteries are gonna fall within this range as far as the amp hour setting. Once I selected the correct battery size, then I can hit start. Now notice over here that the voltage is going up. Again, the system is trying to revive this old battery in what they call pulse repair. So it pulses the battery, attempted to bring it back to life. And if you tap this button one more time, then it's gonna show you amperage. And here again, you can see how there is some pulsing as the system is trying to restore that battery. And you can always tap this one more time to return to the voltmeter. And the system is able to charge out up to 30 amps for 12 volt batteries and up to 15 amps for 24 volt batteries. Now the charging current is adjusted automatically as the battery is being charged, and once the battery is fully charged, the system switches over to more of a maintenance mode where it continues to restore the battery and also trickle charge the battery, basically keeping it topped off. Now I do think that the product manual could use quite a bit of work. It does have quite a bit of information on here, but it's somewhat generic, and there's some stuff in here that was actually kind of missing, like the countdown timer after jump starting a vehicle. I could not find any information on that here. I kind of had to figure that on my own, but it does show that you could charge multiple batteries at the same time and how that can be done, basically how you can connect them if you wanted to charge more than one battery at a time. And finally, let's talk about size. Now, even though this is a heavy duty battery charger, in my opinion, it doesn't take a lot of space to store in your garage. Its actual length is only about 13.5 inches in the bottom portion, and its height is about 6.5 inches with the handle folded down. Now its width is about 11 inches, and that includes the side panels. Basically, they have added 2 spaces where you can coil the cable for each one of the alligator clamps, so we got some nice cable management going on here. Now the AC cord is built in onto the unit. I wish it was of the type that you could separate. However, we do have a decent length, coming in about 4.5 feet of length. So I'll put a link in the description down below to the Start-100 if you'd like to get one for yourself. And if you want even more power, they do have a 50 amp version over the 30 amp version that I just showed you right now. That one's called the Start-255, and that one actually has 250 cranking amps for engine starting versus the 130 amps that we get on this one. Again, if you need that extra power, and the price difference is not that much, I'll put a link to that one in the description as well. And if you guys have any other questions regarding this, please put it in the comments down below. If you found any part of this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button to support the channel, and stay tuned as I have a lot more reviews coming up. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.